So my thought was, let's do our own awards.
We could compare and contrast.
Well, so we got James's answers, and to be honest, I mean, I agree with him on most, so I don't even think we need to like James thought this. You know what I mean? Like his voice will be heard. So, play of the season, there's only one answer. And the only reason I made this a category was to bring it up. The wind assisted goal from Kellen Acosta. The
Yep.
Chris Brady assist. That was the play
Yep.
of the season. I did cue me freaking out right here. There's no fucking way! Oh my god!
Yep.
And it was.
I think that might be a candidate for goal of the year, isn't it?
Oh, it's got to be, right? I
Oh,
haven't
dude,
seen.
that was a wicked. Like I sat in front of like where my seats are at,
Oh yeah.
and I saw that ball like in front, like just curved right in front of me. I I was already thinking it's gonna be a goal kick. That's it. This is done. We're gonna walk away with a draw. And I just seen that thing curve, and somehow magic happened. Like I thought good things were gonna happen.
It was incredible. It made it impossible to ever leave a game early because it was just
Yes,
like dang, and it was
yes.
the early game. It was the only
It
like
was like a
noon game.
12, yeah, the
It
noon
was
game.
it was the only noon
I,
game we
I
got
was
all
ready.
year.
I was ready to go. Like it was like the 80th something minute.
Oh
The
yeah.
Fire were down 3-1. I was ready to go, and then my kid is like, my son's like, no, I don't want to go. I want to watch. And I'm like, okay, fine, I don't care. I've seen this show happen all the time. You know, so yeah, and it was worth it actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
good
and
times.
and we had another comeback, which I think I think it was James brought it up, and it was the first one I thought of. Game of the season, and for me, that is definitely we came back and won 4-3 against I'm blanking on who. Hold on. La, la, la. It was Philly. We came back and won against Philly. Oh, so do you remember this? We scored 3 goals after the 81st minute.
Mhm.
We were down 3-1 in like the 80 something minute and ended up winning that game 4-3.
Isn't
Q
that the Montreal
Q.
game?
No, I thought it was Philly. We'll have to
That was a
see.
Yeah.
It was Q us freaking out right now. Oh my
Yeah.
god! And then but so for me that like that's easy, right? Do you have a different
Yeah,
answer?
yeah.
I
No,
mean,
no,
it's
I think that's it was, you know what? That was the perfect play of the season. It was nice. We'll put it, it was surprising. It was a nice surprise and it was nice. And magic happened and we saw magic happening. So there you go.
okay. We already kind of talked about this. The giveaway of the season. And it definitely isn't this jizz rag that they gave us for the 100 years of Soldier Field.
The sweat rag.
For me, the best was the baseball jersey by far.
Yeah, no, it was you know what? I gotta throw in the bobblehead.
Ooh, the Zach Thornton bobblehead that I have sitting over
Yes.
there. You're right. That's a good. You like the bobbleheads
I,
though. You're a bobblehead guy.
I have all the bobbleheads that the Fire have given away, except for the Sugar Skull, which I don't care much because it's not a player.
It's not a
But
player,
everything
yeah.
before, before that, like I think all the way since like 2011 when they were giving away Austin Berry bobbleheads. Um, the thing is that I actually got two because my son came with me that day, and little kid, mess around with his. I have mine still in the box, sitting in the garage, which I'm never gonna take down because out of fear that he might do the exact same thing he did
Did
with
he
his.
pop the head off?
No, the head's still there, but it's
Okay.
just not. It's like Zach Thorne's looking backwards throwing the ball. I don't know. So yeah.
Oh God. All right. So I guess I had these as two different categories, but really, well, maybe they are two different categories. The albatross of the year and the biggest disappointment of the year. I think they're different. Actually, I think the biggest disappointment was Shaq. Shaq not taking any command of this team and being a part of the like future.
Would you say that
And
honorable mention would have been Rafa?
oh, I guess you're right. You know what? I take that back. Rafa Shihos, disappointment of the season, did not play up to standard. And albatross of the year, that's Gaston Jimenez.
Oh my God.
That should be the Gaston Jimenez a Memorial Award from here on out.
Yeah, it should be like wooden spoon equivalent right there. Worst player of the team.
Oh
Gaston
my God.
Jimenez Memorial Award.
The Gaston Jimenez Memorial wooden
Wooden spoon.
I was gonna say I don't know what I was gonna say. I didn't get to it fast enough. Damn. I didn't have anything good. Anyway, who was the sexiest player? I mean, Kuipers is pretty handsome. But you could go with Kellen Acosta.
Like better style, but well dressed. I mean doesn't it kind of Acosta has his own like clothing line?
That or candles or something.
Yeah, candles.
I definitely the like I'm not going with the bald the bald white guy look. I'm not. That's not winning this award. I know there's like what seven dudes on the team that look like that, but
are you referring to our left side?
Yeah, the left side. Yes. Oh man. I guess here we go. You want me to say something good about Gaston Jimenez? He's not.
Go.
He's not terrible on the ice. There we go. So yeah, I guess we'll give that to Kellen Acosta, sexiest player on the team. Congratulations. That's a big one from Enemies of the Fire. That's gonna turn out to be one of those. It's funny. I was clapping and I hit 10,000 steps.
Wow, you broke the system.
Anyway, here's my two favorites before we move on. Most likely to improve next season. So who's on the roster who's currently most likely to improve? James's answer actually shocked me. James said Hugo Kuipers, which I see what he's talking about, but it'd be hard. Like, in my mind, Kuipers will produce more. Will have better
surrounding cast.
Well, yeah, he'll have more production, but will he really be a better player? You know what I mean? That's the question, right? Hugo.
I think Hugo Kuipers is kind of like he's supposed to be the Nikolic of this team.
Correct.
He's supposed to be the guy that finishes but the thing that made Nikolic so successful was that he had a good supporting cast. Kuipers does not.
Yeah. Well, no, he doesn't, and he still scored 10 goals. And he didn't play like the last 4 games of the season because he was a new papa. That's I get the answer, but for me, I don't necessarily think he's gonna improve that much as a soccer player. His just stats will improve.
The stats will improve. I don't think he needs to improve. I think he just needs better service. And again, we're not giving him that. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Kuipers. I just don't think anybody is helping him out. And we saw that firsthand. Like he was this man. No, he did more running than Gaston Jimenez did.
Oh yeah.
And he's a striker. He was defending as a striker. So
he was moving. Is Jonathan Dean somebody that's an answer here? I don't know. Does Amari Glasgow count? But isn't he like super tiny?
I think Amari Glasgow needs to be kind of slowly integrated into the team. You shouldn't just throw him and expect that he's gonna score like he usually. Like, I don't know if he scored a lot this season, but don't think of him like as a goal machine like from the 2 team. But I don't know. Like honestly, I think we're all in agreement that Brian Gutierrez is not going to get any better.
Oh,
Um,
see, that was going to be my very next question. You don't think
yeah.
you think it's done? You think he's who we thought he was type of speak?
I I always had a feeling that Brian Gutierrez was going to hit a ceiling unless I mean, who knows? Maybe Greg Berhalter might unlock something that we didn't know he had. But I think a lot of it's you still need you need a number 10 that's going to help him kind of guide him a little bit. Because I think they want him to be that number 10. They want him to be the playmaker. And it ain't working out he's not working out as a playmaker. So you I don't know. It's just I don't.
See, that's Guti's my answer for this. I think he has the possibility to make a jump next season, but I get it's really do or die time for him, man.
Yeah, I think we're kind of getting to a point where, okay, Guti, you've been at it for 2, 3 seasons. When's your breakout season? You know, uh,
So, so the last one, I know Bornstein played well for us, but the way that Bob Bradley held on to Jonathan Bornstein and drove every U.S. fan nuts. Who's
yeah,
who's most likely to be Bearhalter's Bornstein?
Kellen Acosta.
Oh, so he will underperform, and we'll all want him on the bench, and
I think
Bearhalter will
I think
play him even if he's like missing a leg.
I, I don't think Kellen Acosta is gonna underperform on that. If he stays on this team till he's 35, then that's a whole different situation. I honestly think Kellen Acosta will actually do really good under Greg Berhalter because it'll be a familiar system for him. Not to mention whoever Greg Berhalter brings him, aboard. It might be someone that's played with Cullen before, so that just adds on to the intrigue.
Well, let
Um,
me use this then as a perfect opportunity to interrupt you, and then also transition because who Greg Bearhalter brings aboard, I have somebody on my wish list finally.